Looking for a great investment? Want to make money online? Then it's time you started using Bitcoin. Hi, I'm Evander Smart, founder of Bitcoin University, and today I'm revealing why over 100 million people around the world have entered the future of money with Bitcoin, the world's first decentralized economic system. It is featured every day on places like Forbes, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal. Well, first things first, what is a Bitcoin? Well, think of your email account. You send and receive emails, right? You can send an email to anyone and receive an email from anyone, right? Well, imagine another system that allows you to send and receive money from anyone in the world at any time. This money can be used as a global currency or as an investment. It can also be a way to store information like documents and files. It is also limited in supply, giving it a strong market value. These are just the broad strokes of what a Bitcoin is, but it can be so much more. And I'm going to show you why you should start investing in Bitcoin right now. Is Bitcoin a smart investment? Let's start there. Let's start with comparing Bitcoin to some of the most popular, most recommended investments of all time. Let's start with comparing Bitcoin to the precious metals markets of gold and silver. Which has been a better investment over the years, gold, silver, or Bitcoin? Well, let's compare the three right now. Let's start off with everyone's most favored, most recommended investment. Let's start off with gold. Now, I recently went online and found some recent numbers for the value of gold in the markets. And over the last 4 years, gold has done fine, just not as well as many have hoped. Now, 4 years ago, gold was trading for about $1,460, and these days it's trading for almost $1,800. So gold has shown an increase of about 22% over the last 4 years. In other words, if you had invested $10,000 in gold 4 years ago, today you'd have about $12,200. Now let's look at silver. Many are attracted to silver as a less costly version of gold. How is silver doing as an investment? Well, let's take a look. Over the last 4 years, silver has done very well and is up over 60%. 4 years ago, it was trading for about $14.50, and these days it's trading for over $23. In other words, if you had invested $10,000 into silver 4 years ago, today you'd have about $16,000. Now let's look at Bitcoin. Here are some examples of what Bitcoin has done for owners in recent years. Bitcoin 4 years ago was trading for about $3,500. But in the last 4 years, Bitcoin has grown in value about 375% and now regularly trades for over $17,000 US. In other words, if you had invested just $10,000 into Bitcoin in 2019, today you would have over $47,500 US. So, in conclusion, since 2019, gold is up 22%, silver is up 60%, and Bitcoin is up 375%. On top of Bitcoin's value advantages over precious metals as an investment, gold and silver are also very difficult to move or use in the real world. In fact, Bank of America at the end of 2019 said that Bitcoin, not gold, was simply the best investment of the decade. Now, why did they say that? Well, Bitcoin investing has made its owners over 90,000% return on investment since 2010. Now, we're talking about the decade from 2010 to 2019. In other words, if you had invested just $1 into Bitcoin back in 2010, when you could buy multiple Bitcoins for just $1, 10 years later you would have over $90,000 in your account. Are you ready for something better? Why not a better retirement plan? If you are in your 50s and approaching retirement, or if you're in your 30s and 40s and are starting to get a plan together, shouldn't something as powerful, something as proven as Bitcoin, be a part of your retirement plan? Here's a key point to keep in mind about Bitcoin. You can start off with whatever amount of Bitcoin you want. You don't have to buy full Bitcoins to get started. You can buy $100 worth or $1,000 worth or buy a little bit every month, even have it taken out of your paycheck. However you want to do it, that's not what's most important. What is most important is that you get started now, not later, before the price rises again. It's not the amount that you invest that counts, it's what you invest in that counts. So it's quite clear that Bitcoin is a great way to make money as an investment year after year. Next, Bitcoin was designed to be a great way to send money, faster and better than any other method. Here's how that works. First, let's show you how it moves money faster and easier than any other method first. Let's compare Bitcoin to Western Union, for example. Let's compare Bitcoin to the world's oldest and maybe most trusted monetary transfer system. Western Union has been the world's leading money transfer agent for over 150 years. They started in the 1860s. But in the 21st century, are they still the best way to move money or just the oldest? Well, let's compare the two and find out. Now with Western Union, you've probably used them before. You'll have to travel to a local office. This may take a few minutes. They may be a few miles away. You'll have to get there before they close. They're usually not open 24 hours a day. You'll have to stand online for a few minutes for assistance. And you'll have to pay them their fee. Now the fees are generally going to be $10, but it's going to depend on how much money you're sending. The $10 usually cover you up to about $500 US, but can go up steeply from there. I personally tried to use Western Union a couple of months ago to send families some money. I wanted to send $1,500. It was a domestic transfer, nothing special or no special long distances. And the total that they asked me for was $1,683. In other words, to send $1,500 to someone in the United States, it would have cost me $133 as a fee, or about 9% of the total amount sent. Now also you need to present identification, state issued, or a passport. They'll need to make a copy of that and keep that on file. And the person receiving the funds will have to do all of these things as well except pay the fees. So they'll have to travel to their office, they'll have to get there before it closes, they'll have to stand online, and they'll have to present identification. And all of this will take some time, and on average it's going to be about 2 hours before the person actually can receive the funds. This is assuming that Western Union does process the transaction. There are literally thousands of times every day when Western Union does not process transactions or refuses to process a transaction due to their terms of service. And I have personally experienced this myself as well. Now let's see how Bitcoin would handle the same transaction. With Bitcoin, you don't have to travel anywhere. You can send Bitcoins right from your smartphone, tablet, laptop, or anywhere you have an internet connection. You don't have to deal with anyone's office hours. You can send Bitcoins 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't have to stand on anyone's lines, and the fees to send a Bitcoin transaction on average right now are about 50 cents. In other words, it's at least 20 times less expensive to use Bitcoin than it is Western Union. Now with Bitcoin, there is no identification required, and the person receiving the funds, all they have to do is have a Bitcoin address. That's it. It's just like receiving an email. And they'll receive the Bitcoin within a matter of seconds. It'll be confirmed on Bitcoin's global decentralized blockchain in a matter of minutes. So you tell me, which is the better way to send money in the 21st century? Western Union or Bitcoin? These are just two of the many ways Bitcoin is changing the future of money. Bitcoin is now accepted at hundreds of thousands of retailers both online and offline throughout the world. Here are some examples of Bitcoin being used in the mainstream. Some of the world's best-known corporations and brands are accepting, testing, or using Bitcoin right now as we speak. These include Dish Network, Dell Computers, Expedia.com, PayPal, and Microsoft has been accepting Bitcoin for payment on their website since December of 2014. Now, these are some of the most popular and most powerful brands in the world. Don't you think before adding Bitcoin to these valuable brands, they would have tested it and checked it for months, if not years, with their coders, IT professionals, developers, lawyers? If it's good enough, smart enough, and safe enough for these top brands to use, why don't you start using Bitcoin today? Even Elon Musk, one of the greatest minds of our time, is getting in on Bitcoin and the coming digital currency age it has pioneered. In a recent interview, Elon Musk said about Bitcoin, "Bitcoin is quite brilliant. crypto is certainly a better way to transfer value than pieces of paper, that's for sure, said Elon Musk, founder of PayPal, owner of SpaceX, owner of Tesla Motors, and yes, he's also an owner of Bitcoin. And Elon Musk and Tesla also announced that they had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in 2021. So the question becomes, will you take advantage of this maybe once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity with Bitcoin? Maybe you're saying this sounds pretty good, but how would I start using Bitcoin? I wouldn't even know where to start. Well, welcome to Bitcoin University. I'm Evander Smart, your Bitcoin professor here at the U. Thank you so much for being here. Now, I've worked for over the last 8 years here at Bitcoin University to show you all that a Bitcoin can do for you. I think you'll like what I have to offer you today, but first some basics you should understand before entering Bitcoin University. My name is Evander Smart, and I teach people how to get started using Bitcoin quickly and easily through my website, bitcoinuniversity.net. In 2014, I started writing about Bitcoin in articles and blogs, and I started getting paid in Bitcoin to write close to 1,000 articles for Bitcoin online news sites like CryptoCoins News, Cointelegraph, Bitcoinist, and Bitcoin.com. I've also been tested and certified as a Bitcoin expert or professional by the DCC or the Digital Currency Council since 2015. And I've also been tested and certified as a blockchain expert by the Blockchain Council since 2018. So many people consider me a Bitcoin and a blockchain expert. So you may have seen a mainstream reporter say, I lived on Bitcoin for a week, or I traveled around the world on Bitcoin. Well, I'm here to let you know that I've walked the walk for much longer than that. I've been with Bitcoin for over 10 years now. And what I've discovered is that I'm not going back to Wall Street. I was a Wall Street banker from 2008 to 2011. And I believe that I have found a much better and much more righteous path here with Bitcoin. And hopefully you can join me and over 100 million others around the world and discover all that a Bitcoin can do for you. Now, I'm not a coder or developer in Bitcoin, yet I have more than enough real-world experience and training to help anyone get started without losing their shirt in the process or wasting months of their time trying to figure Bitcoin out. Bitcoin University has created the ultimate in Bitcoin educational training for 2023 and beyond. If you need an answer for why, how, and where to use Bitcoin, you now have the best online resource for all of your Bitcoin needs. Now, I've spent the last 8 years here building Bitcoin University for you, taking everything that I've learned and have been making videos and writing books to teach people just like you how to get started quickly and easily. I wish I had something like Bitcoin University back when I got started early on in 2013. Now Bitcoin University has released our newest product to help you discover the future of money faster and easier than ever before. Welcome to the Bitcoin Masterclass, the one video accelerated Bitcoin training from Bitcoin University. With Bitcoin Masterclass, you get everything you need to move to the head of the class fast. By fast, I mean by the end of today. You see, you'll be ready to get started using Bitcoin today because you'll learn everything you need in one special video lesson from Bitcoin University. Get dozens of Bitcoin University lessons crammed into one special 2-hour super tutorial. There simply isn't a better or faster way to learn about the future of money than with Bitcoin Masterclass from Bitcoin University. Inside Bitcoin Masterclass, you'll get the key Bitcoin lessons from Bitcoin University that you need. Lessons like which Bitcoin exchanges to use, no internet, no problem, how to get Bitcoins without identification, smartphone, or even without the internet. No cash, no excuse, how to get Bitcoin even if you're broke. And how Bitcoin owners save up to 45% on Amazon.com purchases. Now be advised that Amazon.com does not accept Bitcoin for payment directly, but that doesn't mean you can't use your favorite digital asset on Amazon.com. After watching this video, you'll be able to save 15%, 30%. I've seen people save up to 45% when they shop on Amazon using Bitcoin. And get the best Bitcoin advice anyone has ever received. This is the best advice I've ever been given. This is the best advice I've ever received. Every time I use this advice, I make money with Bitcoin. Every time I haven't, I've lost money with Bitcoin. So before you get started using Bitcoin, make sure you stop by Bitcoin University and get the best Bitcoin advice anyone has ever received. Plus, over 40 other valuable Bitcoin lessons are broken down into basic tenets at Bitcoin Masterclass in this special one-video super tutorial from Bitcoin University. Here's what people who use Bitcoin University have to say about the U after enrolling.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Josh, just here to give you a little information on Bitcoin University. And what can I say? It's top notch, you know. The videos are very informative, very knowledgeable. You will learn fast and you will learn what you would need to know. Even if you're already into Bitcoin and you just need a little bit more information, Bitcoin University would be the way to go. I would definitely recommend to anyone new trying to get into Bitcoin or trying to learn a little bit more about Bitcoin. Bitcoin University is the way to go.
Hi, my name is Mike. I just took some time to review the website for Bitcoin University, and I think it's absolutely fabulous. I wish it would have existed several years ago so that I could have really taken advantage of all the information then. I would definitely recommend this brand to others as I believe in the content, and I think that anybody could take advantage of the lessons presented here. Thank you.
I thought Bitcoin University's website was super easy to navigate through for a few reasons. One being the clean background that it has. I like the white background with the font that they used. I thought it looked really fresh and modern. Also, there was just the right amount of information. When I'm coming to a website, I don't want to be bombarded and feel like I'm overwhelmed. It's too much to look through and then I'll just put it aside. I don't even want to deal with it. So for me, this just had enough information to get me interested and want to learn more. I'm a complete newbie when it comes to Bitcoin, so there's sometimes questions that I want to ask, but I feel kind of embarrassed asking. They kind of seem like stupid questions maybe to me. But I like that the beginner questions, really, that's probably what I would call it, were listed there. So I felt like, okay, they want to help me learn more and there's nothing to be embarrassed about. So for all of these reasons, I would 10 out of 10 recommend Bitcoin University to my family and friends. In fact, I'm probably going to do so this week.
Hi, my name is Jean, and I would like to tell you about Bitcoin University. The content is easy to understand, and it's helpful to new Bitcoin users like myself. But I love the language. There's nothing that's hard to navigate. I would recommend Bitcoin University to my friends and family. They're the masters, and they're the ones to try.
And if you purchase right now, we'll add this bonus full-length video from Bitcoin University, Start Accepting Bitcoin, in just 3 minutes. This basically recreates how I started my first Bitcoin wallet 10 years ago and how quick and easy it can be. Now, I've started hundreds of bank accounts for people when I was a Wall Street banker, and that takes about 30 minutes. There's a lot of information to acquire. You'll have to take in the deposit. You'll have to find out how people want to use the account. You have to introduce them to credit cards and your financial advisor and so on. With Bitcoin, things are a lot faster and a lot more efficient when you cut out the middleman. It's literally 10 times quicker, from 30 minutes down to 3 minutes, to get started with Bitcoin when you use this video, Start Accepting Bitcoin in just 3 minutes, from Bitcoin University. And you'll also get one more special bonus, 50 reasons to invest in Bitcoin right now. When people ask you why you started making the investment of a lifetime, you won't just have 1 or 2 ideas off the top of your head. You'll literally have dozens of great reasons that you started investing in the future of money with the book 50 Reasons to Invest in Bitcoin Right Now. And we'll also give you a third bonus, 30 ways Bitcoin changes the future of money. Not only will you receive the book, but you'll also receive the video vlog narrated by me where I go into deeper detail into the 30 ways Bitcoin changes the future of money. So if you're ready to start making more money from your investments, send money faster and much less expensively than ever before, and want to be on the cutting edge of economics and finance for years to come, click the button that just popped up on the right side of your screen and get your Bitcoin University Masterclass for a very special price today. Get a lifetime membership to the Bitcoin University Masterclass for just one payment of $4.95. Click the button on the right side of your screen. Bitcoin University's Masterclass is guaranteed to help you get started quickly and easily. Take it out for a 30-day test drive. If it does not help you get started, get a full refund. You have nothing to lose and the future of money to gain here at Bitcoin University. So get your Bitcoin University Masterclass from Bitcoin University, the worldwide leader in Bitcoin education and training, for just $4.95. Order now.